Hello, welcome or welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by, I hope you're good, and welcome to this manga reading vlog. I said in my wrap up that I was going to do a manga reading vlog, and I started one and I scrapped one because I kept forgetting to do it. I just kept forgetting to vlog. So I'm going to ease myself back into the routine of it by doing it in a short time frame. As I've been pretty open about, my mental health has not been the best recently. I definitely feel like I'm coming out the other side of it though, and things are starting to look up at work, which has been causing most of the stress. And work has given me tomorrow off as like a mental health day, just to kind of like help reset myself, which is really great of them. So I now have a full day free tomorrow. It's Friday, so I'm going to have 3 full days to kind of recharge my batteries, get back to it. And my mum is actually picking up Jensen from school, so I don't have to adult tomorrow at all. There will be no adulting. The only time I'll have to adult is not even real adulting, because it's more like what I used to do in uni. I'm going to make nachos for dinner, I think. That's the most I'm going to do. So for the rest of the day, all I want to do is read manga and watch anime. I'm thinking of starting season 3 of Attack on Titan, which I've been meaning to start like all week and just didn't. So we're going to do that. We're going to do manga and anime. It's like an anime-manga vlog, and I'm hoping that's okay. So recently I've been picking my like extra manga through a wheel, and I've been putting that on my Animanga Instagram, which will be linked down below. But again, fair warning, it is anime and manga related only. There's a lot of fangirling, a lot of like squeeing about manga and anime, and that's pretty much it. That's all you're getting from me over there. So no channel content, no book content. You've been warned. So that's how I've been doing it beforehand, just setting the wheel aside. And I decided what I would do for this vlog for the channel is I'm going to use my cards from Rambit Run. New episode coming soon. New round coming soon. So basically I will shuffle the cards, pick one, read 1 or 2 or 3 volumes to fill that card, however many I'm feeling, and then once I've kind of like completed it, we'll pull another one and we'll just see how many we can get through in a day. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So it's Thursday night now. I'm going to pick my starting card so that I can kind of get on it straight first thing in the morning, and then yeah, we're just going to spend the day reading manga and maybe watching some anime, and it's going to be great. And also I'll probably watch Chicago Fire and Chicago PD. Whether you'll still be around by then or whether I'll have finished the vlog, who knows. Maybe this will go until Saturday. Maybe this is going to be a 48-hour thing. I don't know. I'm just going to read a lot of manga. That's all I know. Okay, so let's give these a shuffle. Ah, that was really smooth. I'm really proud of myself. Okay. It's going well. I'm so good at shuffling. Okay, here we go. This time for sure. Didn't drop any. Good. Let's cut the deck and see what we get. Ooh, building on the cover. Building on the cover. Okay, give me 5. Okay, so we have 3 options. We've got the next bind up of Full Metal Alchemist, where there is a building in the background. This is, I've only read like what, the first 2 bind ups, so the first 6 volumes, but I've really been enjoying it. It's about these 2 brothers who messed around with like alchemy, and now they are trying to get their bodies back because it went wrong. It went wrong. I also have the next volume of One Punch Man, which I really want to get more in because I'm only literally 2 volumes in, but I've watched the first season of the anime and loved it. And this is about a guy who's like ridiculously strong and can literally like win any fight with 1 punch, and has trained himself so well, and now he's kind of like bored of the whole thing. So it's a bit harder to see, but there is a building there and there's a little bit of building there. And then we also have the next volume of The Promised Neverland, which it does have a building actually on the front. It's probably really hard to see. It's kind of like a reflection of a building, but there is also a building on the back. And this is about kids in like a creepy orphanage, and that's all I can tell you. And also the theme tune for the anime has been in my head because I've heard it. I've been listening to like an anime soundtrack playlist that I have, and it's been in my head for like 2 days. So I'm kind of tempted to just start with all 3 of these. Do I start now? I mean, it's early. I think I might go and read One Punch Man now. yeah, I'm going to start One Punch Man now, and then I'm going to read these, and then I'll check in with you tomorrow, and we'll see how things go. We'll take it from there. So, I'm going to read so much, it's going to be great.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
I would say good morning, but it's actually 12 o'clock, so good afternoon. I have had a very good morning, very chill. So I got up a little bit earlier than planned, which was good. Did some scrolling on Instagram, had a good time, and then I read some manga. But let me tell you about the manga that I read last night, because I said I was going to read One Punch Man. I did read One Punch Man, and there's a little bit in like the start of this that I was like, oh, I should just read that to tell people what it's about, because I never think I explained this series very well. A single man arose to face the evil threatening mankind. His name was Saitama. He became a hero for fun. 3 years of special training made him lose all his hair, but he gained invincible power. He achieves such strength that he can defeat any opponent, however strong, with one punch. Unable to make full use of his strength, he is unsatisfied as a hero. And I'll leave it there, because the rest might be a little bit spoilery. But he's basically unsatisfied. And then this is Genos, who is a cyborg. And I love him. He's probably my favourite character. Although, it's very hard to pick a favourite character, actually, because I love Genos, because he's so, like... he has like some sassy moments. He's really like focused on wanting to like become better, and he's got like he's got a tragic backstory. He's a bit of a sad boy. But not really so much a sad boy, but he is very strong, but he has weaknesses, which I really love. But obviously Saitama is also just brilliant. I love him because he's so funny. He is so funny, and in ways, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Tatsuya from Tatsu? It's gone. The main character from The Way the House Husband, whose name I always struggle with, the Immortal Dragon. I'm fine. They have similar kind of things where they're like almost unintentionally funny, because they're so focused on like doing the thing, and they forget that maybe their way of doing it is not like the regular way to do it. I don't think I'm making any sense. There is like weird similarities there. I'm just not very good at explaining it. But there's also a couple of great characters that were from the anime that were introduced in this volume. So we had, hang on, I'll find him. Actually, I took pictures as I was reading this. So we had Moomin Rider turn up, who just, honestly, the bits I've seen of him so far just make me laugh, because he's just a guy on a bicycle that's like a hero. And then there's Sonic, who's like a really highly trained ninja, and decides that him and Saitama have beef. It's great. This is such a good series. Some really funny moments. I laughed out loud quite a few times, and I also just really enjoy the story, and the action scenes are brilliant. Really well done. And then, even though it was pretty late, I ended up picking up volume 4 of The Promised Neverland. This was volume 2. So I picked up volume 4 of The Promised Neverland. I thought I was further along into this series, but I think I just forgot to continue it, as is my standard procedure. This is a really good volume. There was a lot of like oh shit moments in this, and a lot of like crazy stuff went down, and I just love these kids so much. They're so clever, they're so protective of one another, they're just like bless their little hearts, they're so cute. I can't really say too much about it because obviously it's volume 4, and the things that I want to talk about I can't really, because it would be massive spoilers for anybody that hasn't started it yet. But I do highly recommend this series. I think it's, I say I'm only 4 volumes in, I know, but like I'm really enjoying it so far, and I really want to continue the anime, because I did start it, I just don't remember where I got up to, so I might need to restart it. But yeah, very good volume. And then this morning, in the kind of lazy time that I've been awake so far, I have read all of this binder of Fullmetal Alchemist. So that's volumes 7, 8 and 9. So 3 volumes of manga already today. 5 in total, if we class this as 3, which we absolutely will. So this was a really good bind up as well. There's lots of action going on. The plot has moved forward quite a bit. Big revelation that I wasn't expecting. Even though part of me thinks I should have been. Like, part of me was suspicious of something, but not of what it turned out to be, if that makes sense. So, I still love Ed. There's many jokes about him getting offended if people mention his height, and I feel it on like a personal level, because, you know, it sucks being short sometimes. And also I got to know some of the other characters a bit better in this bind up. Hawkeye and Havoc I really like, and I do like Mustang, although something happened that I'm not just, you know, I'm not sure about him anymore. But I definitely got to see more of Hawkeye and Havoc in this bind up, which I really enjoyed because I really like them as characters. So that is building on the cover done. Glad I did it this way. Before I pick my next card, I'm going to take this moment to show what I received in the post yesterday, which is my first figure, my first anime manga figure, and it's Reiner. And I'm literally obsessed with him because look, his coat is billowing. The boy has stride. He has swag and style. I love him. Anyway, so this arrived yesterday and I was very excited about it because I'd wanted it for quite some time, and I sold enough books on Vinted that I could purchase him because he was not cheap, but he was worth every penny. He brings me so much joy. And I now, actually I'm just going to move you, I now have just an Attack on Titan shelf. So I did used to have on here Tokyo Revengers. I mean, that could stay because it's technically Full Metal, but Full Metal, it's technically Attack on Titan. But yeah, so I did have Tokyo Revengers on here, but now it's just Attack on Titan. I have more acrylics coming, and then there's a side manga, No Regrets, needs to go back on here, and there is like other side manga that I want. So I was like, do you know what? Let's just admit it. It's going to have its own shelf. Let's go with it. I might actually, because at the minute I have a Star Trek coaster, I might need to buy like a special coaster just to like complete it. Let me put you back up 1 sec. So yeah, at the minute that's my favourite shelf. I say at the minute, it's probably going to stay that way, isn't it? Anyway, so we're going to shuffle the deck. Look at me not dropping them. So close, I almost dropped them as I said it. So let's cut the deck. We'll cut it here. Male author. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I had to do some looking up because it's not always clear. But I have 3 options again. But no bind ups, so this should be fine. I really want to continue Tokyo Aliens. This is my 4th copy of this manga, because volume 2, apparently there is not an undamaged copy in the whole of the UK. All of them have been damaged here, and 2 of them have box cutter marks. This is like not ideal, but I can't be bothered to sort out a return again. So I'm gonna just put up with it. I'll try and fix it if I can. Maybe I'll just rebuy it at some point. Anyway, I really want to read this, so I'm gonna pick this one up. It's about like aliens in Tokyo, basically, and an organization that monitor them. And the first volume was so good, so I'm gonna add that one. And then I also really want to continue KG number 8 because the last volume was so good, and I'm pretty sure it left me on a bit of a cliffhanger. So yes, I'm definitely going to continue this. It's basically KG, like these massive beasts are very common in this world, and there is a organization that are supposed to deal with them, and one of them, I'm pretty sure it says on the first one, the main character somehow becomes like a kaiju and is like in that organization. It's brilliant. It's so good. And then I thought I would maybe pick up the next volume of One Punch Man, because why not? I really enjoyed volume 2, and it's a good time, good fun. So these are my 3 for this. I don't have to keep picking 3, but I'm I'm doing that apparently. So male author, I have 3. I'm going to make another tea and run myself a bath. So God knows what I'll look like the next time you see me. Either I'll be like really presentable, or my hair's going to be wet and stuck to my face, or I'll have left it long enough to dry naturally and it's going to be huge. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. It is many hours later. Don't judge me, but I'm wearing my Attack on Titan top again. I'm pretty sure I was wearing it last night. I just put my comfy clothes back on. They're not dirty, it's fine. So I've had a bath and I did straighten my hair and I have read stuff and accidentally took a nap. But I think that's okay. It's only a short one. It's like 20 minutes, maybe. So, male author. I've read all 3 of my picks. So I started with Tokyo Aliens. I read this in the bath. I'm still really annoyed about that damage, but the volume itself was absolutely brilliant. Have I damaged it more? No. No. So the volume was really, really good. I still do not believe that the 2 main characters are straight. The way they talk about each other, the way they're drawn, I'm not buying it, okay? I'm not buying it. However, there was something at the end of this volume that I was like, oh shit. Not related to that, but just like at the end of the volume, something happened. And now I need volume 3. It's not out yet. I think it comes out in May, so I don't have too long to wait. But I actually have gone through and cancelled all of my pre-orders recently. So the only things that I've kept on pre-order are Attack on Titan, for obvious reasons, although I think there's only 2 bind-ups left to come, so I'm nearly finished. Tokyo Revengers and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those are like my 3 top ones that have ones coming out. I don't think you can pre-order Blue Exorcist, although I think there is more to come. So yeah, so I've just kind of kept like my main 3 on, but I'm tempted to put this on pre-order, but I might just wait because it's coming out so soon and I haven't planned for it. So maybe I'll just see what the money situation is like when it comes out. But that's neither here nor there. This guy, Amamiya. Amamiya? I think that's how you spelt it. That's how you say it. Sorry. I did look it up. And I'm pretty sure his name is Amamiya. Yeah, Amamiya. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, this guy is so beautiful. Like, he's drawn so beautifully, but he is shifty. He's doing some shifty things, which obviously makes him my favourite character. So it's between like, well, actually, I really like him and the 2 main characters a lot, and I really like the dynamic between the 2 main characters and the way they kind of complement each other and the way they're learning about each other. And yeah, I just really can't wait for volume 3. So that was the first one, and then I let Danny pick the next one, and he picked One Punch Man. Well, actually, I just held him up, and he was like left. So I thought it was Keiju, and he was like, no, my left. So he obviously did have a preference. Anyway, so I read the next volume of One Punch Man. Still covering things in the first season of the anime, but there's definitely been like a few more in-depth moments. Genos is definitely my favourite character. He's my favourite character in the anime. I just really love him. He's so serious about it all. Whereas Saitama is just like, whatever, I'm just doing it for a bit of fun. And Genos like really wants to like get stronger. He has like a goal, he has things to do, and he's like super powerful. And then Saitama is just like also incredibly powerful, but without that kind of mindset to back it up. So I just really like their dynamic. It's a good time. There's some really funny moments in this, really great action scenes again. We got introduced to more characters that I know from the anime, and I'm just having a really good time with it. Can't wait to continue it. That is that one. And then I think this is fast becoming one of my favourite manga series that I'm currently like collecting and reading. I love the world in this. I love all the characters. I love the humour, the fight scenes, the dynamic, the action, the character dynamic, sorry. It's just so good. And the art style, please. The art style is absolutely amazing. They had these really beautiful colour panels at the front as well. I'm just going to show you this one because it's kind of spoiler free. So these are like our two main-ish characters. This is Kafka, and this is, his name's Reno, but what is his surname? It is, hold on, Ichikawa. Reno Ichikawa, and I want to say it's Kafka Hibino or Hibino Kafka. Kafka Hibino. Hibino? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm doing so good. So this is a really, really great volume. We got to see more of kind of the background characters who I'm also really liking. I love her. I'm not sure favourite character yet because there's so many good ones, which I love. I love it when it's really hard to pick a favourite. Like I keep chopping and changing between different ones. I absolutely love the vice captain, whose name is Hoshino. Hold on. Hoshina. Vice Captain Hoshina. I was so close. I really like him, but I like a lot of the characters in this. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying this one as I read it. This, if I catch up, this might be one that goes on pre-order because Attack on Titan is almost over, and Attack on Titan is a lot more expensive than these because obviously it's a well, I think they're 2 volume bind-ups, but obviously they're a bit more pricey because they're bigger. So watch this space. This might go on pre-order if it continues to be as good as it is, put it that way. So that's male author done. So we've done male author, we've done buildings on the cover. We are, I mean, technically 8 volumes in because although we picked 3, one of those was a 3-volume bind-up. So we're going pretty good. I still don't know when Jensen's coming home, but I'm thinking that it might be Sunday. So I might continue this tomorrow. In fact, I am. I've made a decision. I'm gonna continue this into tomorrow. So I'm gonna make dinner soon, which is gonna be nachos. But I'm gonna pick another prompt, see how many we are picking for it, and then either read this tonight or carry it over and check in with you again in the morning. I don't know. There's no real plan. We're just taking this as it comes. All I know is that I'm getting pretty hungry and I'm making nachos and I want them. Okay, let's cut the deck and see what we're reading next. Gifted. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know if I remember what was gifted and what wasn't. It'd be good if we can find one with a gift note in. If not, I'm going to have to rely on the power of my memory. And as we know, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, I'll have a look and I'll be right back. Okay, you've definitely moved because literally as soon as I got out of this chair, I walked straight into the rolling chair that you're on and you just kind of like rolled across the room. So you've definitely moved. This was a lot harder than I thought it would be because I couldn't find a single manga that had a gift note in. So I looked at my Christmas haul, my last birthday haul, and the Christmas haul before that on the old YouTubes, and I came up with some options. So I was going to do Livingston, but I can't do Livingston because I bought volume 2, which is where I'm up to, and Danny bought volume 3. I was going to do Promised Neverland because I know Meg bought me a big chunk of Promised Neverland, but not the one that I'm up to. So I have 3 options, but I think I'm only going to read one. So my options were Mob 100, Mob Psycho 100. Sorry, this was a present from my friend Emma, as was Gangster Volume 1. So these were like my first 2 options. This is written by the same person that does One Punch Man, and I've just been reading One Punch Man, so I'm kind of tempted to leave this one for now and come to this later. So then I've got Gangster, which is about gangsters. Okay, maybe I'll read 2. It's about the mafia. I wasn't going to start. Well, that's a lie. You were going to start another one. The other option is Solo Living Volume 1, which was a present from my friend Jess. I was going to just do 1. But now... Okay, I'm going to do these 2. So I'm going to leave Mob Psycho 100. I'm still really excited to get to this, but I think just because I'm currently been reading One Punch Man, I've literally read 2 volumes in the last 2 days. I'm really enjoying it. I might leave this for a little bit later because it's the same manga car. I think that's how you say it. I'm still learning, but I'm very excited for these. So this is a manga and this is a manhwa, I believe. So Japanese and Korean. So this will be interesting actually, because obviously this is like a standard manga, so it's all black and white, but manhwa is more like a graphic novel. It's all in colour, and you read it the opposite way, the way that we read normal books. I'm really explaining this well. I'm really proud of how I'm explaining this. So I'm now going to make dinner, and then I think I might read one of these. It might be this one, and then I think I'll pause because it will probably be time to watch Chicago, and then we're going to carry it over to tomorrow. So I'll probably read this, do this tomorrow, and check in with you then, and then we'll see, because it's either going to be more manga or maybe some anime. And by anime, I of course mean Attack on Titan. Because I'm now ready to watch season 3, and I've been meaning to watch it for a week, and I don't want to put it off anymore. So yeah, so I'll check in with you. Well, I'm going to go make nachos now. Come with me. Watch me make nachos. How do I vlog? How does one vlog? Who knows? Hi, it's Sunday and we're back in the corner for another update, catch up, wrap up. I don't know what's going on. Wrap up for Gifted. So far today I have massively overslept. Set an alarm for 9:30. I don't know if it didn't go off or whether I turned it off. I woke up at 10:15. I was like, I'll just close my eyes for 5 more minutes, and woke up at 12:15. We're really not adulting this weekend. It's not happening. Jensen is not coming back till tomorrow, so I'm going to update you on what I read for Gifted, and then I'm going to pick again, and then we're going to see how it goes, because I might do like one more card after that. We'll see. But I'm definitely starting Attack on Titan later, season 3, and I might even film me reacting to the opening for the first time, because I have never seen the season 3 opening. Been really good at ignoring it and not watching it. And the other openings have been amazing, and I would quite like to maybe capture my reaction. Anyway, gifted. I read Volume 1 of Gangster. This is gifted to me by my friend Emma. And oh my god. This is a me manga. For sure. This is really dark, really gritty. It's got like well, both of these guys have like tragic backstories, and they're very like, it's very violent, and it's just a great time. And this guy, Nicholas, who's ended up being my favourite character so far, is deaf and a badass. And I just thought it was really cool. And also, it wasn't until I kind of finished it that I realised this is written by a woman, which is not something that I've come across as much, like with the violent, gritty type thing. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I need the next volume. This was very much a kind of introduction to the characters and the city that it's set in, and kind of like the different gangs and the different I'm not sure how to describe it. Basically, Nicholas is what's called a tag, and so like he's a more, it's like stronger. I'm not really sure how best to describe it, but there's mafia, there's violence, but there's also this kind of like underground way of dealing with all of that. And I really like our main characters. I'm definitely needing to get volume 2 soon. And then I started solo leveling, which was a gift from my friend Jess, and I'm really, really glad that I finally started this, because this was so much fun. So the artwork is lush. I'm trying to show you something that's not gonna spoil anything, but it's just really beautifully done. I'm just thinking if I show it quickly. And we're following this guy called, I literally just read it, Jinwoo Sung, and we're following him. He's like our main character, and he's like the lowest rated of all of these hunters, and basically they go to these dungeons to clear them out, and you know, these dungeon gates to dungeons have appeared, blah blah blah. I'm so good at describing. Wow, well done me. So he's like the lowest ranked hunter, but he goes to all these dungeons, even though he's like always getting hurt, because he really needs the money. And then this is like, they go to this dungeon and shit hits the fan, and then there's like some game elements. It has like a very D&D type feel to it without being specifically D&D, but also like just games in general, RPG games in general. Like if you've ever played things like kind of like Skyrim, but like different. That made no sense. It makes sense to me, and if you've read it, maybe it makes sense to you. But I'm really intrigued to see where this is going to go. I can't wait to pick up volume 2, which I do have. So it's nice to kind of like get going on a couple of these series. So 2 more wins. They don't have volume 2 of this on Amazon, but I think it was on Blackwell. So maybe on payday I might treat myself, but I do have volume 2 of that, so I could get to it. We're doing really well. So what have we done? 1, 2, technically three though. So that's technically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smashing it. We've read like 10 volumes of manga and started watching us that Friday night. Right, anyway, so let's pick the next prompt. The plan is that gonna chill this afternoon. Danny's watching the football scores, have some dinner. Danny's gonna go to work. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan. So obviously, whilst Danny's watching the football stuff and I'm just chilling, I can read. So I shall be reading whatever we pick here. So I didn't drop any. Let's cut the deck. Red on the cover. Red on the cover. I think there's some contenders here. Okay, I'm going to pause you. You may move, because I'm probably going to have to move you to get to the manga. I didn't really set up this very well, because you're literally directly in front of all the manga shelves. So, good work, Gemma. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. So we actually have a ridiculous number of options for this out of the volumes that I have to read next. So I could finally continue Undead Unluck. There's lots of red on here. Lots of red. I really enjoyed this. This is about a guy who's like, some people have special abilities, and he can't die and is fed up because he's been alive for a really long time, and he wants to die. He wants a death that's going to stick, and she is like really unlucky, and he thinks if he sticks around with her one of his desk might stick. It's a weird kind of setup, but I really enjoyed volume 1 and it's been a long time since I've picked it up. I could continue One Punch Man because there's red here. I could continue Chainsaw Man because her scythe is red and so are her eyes. And I really, really enjoyed volume 1 of Chainsaw Man. I could continue Spy Family. There's lots of red on here. I could continue Blue Exorcist because his tie is red. And I could continue Mora the Patriot because her lipstick's red. I realised that I told you what the first one was about and then didn't tell you what any of the others were about. But that's just me. Now, what am I leaning towards? I really want to continue Chainsaw Man because I really love volume 1, so that's definitely in the pile. I would actually really like to continue Undead Unluck because it's been a long time and I've been looking to continue it. I've read quite a lot. I've read 2 volumes of One Punch Man already. I could read Spy Family. I kind of want to read them all, but that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Let's do these 2 and Spy Family. No. Yes? One Punch Man? Blue Exorcist? Oh no. No, I can't pick. Okay, definitely these 2. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Should I just do these 2? And then come back? Okay, I've decided. It's going to be these 3. So we're going to do Chainsaw Volume 2, Undead Unluck Volume 2, and Blue Exorcist Volume 21. I'm going to leave these out though, because now I'm really tempted. And if they fit the next pick, if we do another one, we might come back to them. But these are the 3, the next 3. And I don't know, wouldn't it be cool if we could get to like 15 volumes? Wouldn't it be cool if we could get to more than 15 volumes? Let's focus on these 3. I'll read these. And then I'll check in with you. Hi, we're back in Update Corner. I have read Chainsaw Man, was brilliant. I can see this become my favourite series very quickly. I really like the characters. It's good fun. There's lots of action. I enjoy kind of like the devils in it, which is just things they call like demons, but they're called devils in this. And basically our main character has become like a part devil, part human, become Chainsaw Man, and it's just so good. It's such a good time. I've also read Undead Unluck, and it took me a little bit longer to get into this one. I had kind of forgotten a lot of what happened in volume 1. I'm really mad actually that I stopped reading after volume 1 because I really, really enjoyed this, and there was a like big oh shit moment towards the end. This is definitely a series that I want to kind of continue reading now because I had this on constant pre-order. It is one of the ones I've cancelled now, obviously, because of being sensible. Rude. But I did have it on constant pre-order and then just wasn't reading it, and I'm really annoyed about that. So yes, definitely very, very good, definitely a win. That was as far as I got. So I haven't picked up Blue Exorcist yet, but it's time for Attack on Titan. It is time. So technically I should wrap this vlog up now because it's definitely been like, if I was going to do a 48 hours, it's definitely been 48 hours. But I'm kind of not gonna do that because I make my own rules and I can do what I want. So far I've read 12 volumes. This will make it 13. So I want to pick 2 more volumes and we're going to do 15 overall. I'm going to watch Attack on Titan and probably go to bed at like 2 in the morning. But when I get up in the morning / afternoon, I'll read the other 2 volumes, and then I'll wrap it all up. And it'll just be like a weekend vlog of undetermined length. But we'll have done 15 volumes. And I love that. So, that was our Red on the Cover books. Blue Exorcist is still one of those. Let's pick our last prompt. And then I'm going to get my pyjamas on. I'm going to get Attack on Titan set up. And that's going to be me until the wee hours of the morning, because I think it's like 11 o'clock nearly. So probably a bit late to start, but Danny's gone to work and I can do what I want. Got no kids tomorrow. This has been great. This has been a really wonderful unadulting weekend, which was required. They've been shuffled. Let's cut the deck. Black on the cover. That's a good one. Okay, black on the cover. So I need 2. That's 4. 2. I need 2 for black on the cover. I mean, technically we could use this one as well because the number is black, so it would fit either. So I'm going to pause you. Again, you will probably... Do I need to pause you, actually? No. I don't. Because she's got, like... the words are black. She's wearing black shoes. And this is maybe... I mean, that's kind of black. Oh, but if not, there's a black box around Shonen Jump manga. So, we already picked them earlier. Nice. The only one that we didn't get to is Moriarty, but I think that's okay. So, I'm going to read Blue Exorcist, Spy Family Volume 6, and One Punch Man Volume 4. That's going to be my Sunday manga plans. I'll put Moriarty the Patriot back. And when you next see me, I will be watching the season 3 opener of Attack on Titan. So I'll see you in a minute, and then I'll see you tomorrow, where we'll wrap all of this up. Okay, so I didn't film my reaction because it was playing up and I couldn't be bothered, but I've watched the season 3 opener and I don't like it. I don't love it. I don't love it. Sorry, the lighting here is really bad. Because I've literally just got my one lamp on. But the season 1 and the season 2 openers are so, like, I don't know. I feel like really energized when I listen to them. I listen to them quite a lot. I've got them on like a playlist, and I feel like really pumped up. And I feel like, and this one is just very, I don't know. It's a choice. It has a very different vibe, I guess is what I'm saying. So knowing the events that we're going to cover, I guess, from the manga, I get it. But at the same time, I don't like it. But maybe it'll grow on me, because I think that when I first watched the season 2 opener, I was like, oh, it's different to season 1, I don't like it, and now it's my favourite out of the 2, so maybe it'll change, but I'm not convinced. So I might check in with you later. If not, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hey, it is Sunday night, and I'm here to update you on my last 3 reads and wrap up this vlog. It kind of spiraled. It kind of spiraled from like 24 to 48 to... What comes next? 72. 72? It was like a 3-day thing. I mean, technically we started at Thursday night, so that's longer though, right? Time has lost all meaning. Let's not worry about it. Let's just move on. I did plan on kind of coming in updating you earlier today, but I slept in, which was nice. Getting that lie in. I watched Destination Fear. Watched a couple of episodes of Destination Fear, and then I kind of waited, and once Danny woke up because he was on nights last night, I kind of read with him whilst he was watching football. So not that you really need to know all that, but I'm just letting you know. So then I read Blue Exorcist. Okay. So this is still one of my absolute favourite series. I know that I've been on like an Attack on Titan fixation recently, but this is like one of the first series that I got really, really invested in, and it's this volume got me emotional. Yeah, and not necessarily crying, but like I feel like we've just turned a big page, if that makes sense, and like things are happening that can't be unhappened. And I'm just emotional about it. Absolutely loved it. So good, and it has really made me excited to continue it it will definitely be showing up next month. 100%. 100%. Then I continued Spy Family. This was a brilliant volume. It's still like so funny, and I love kind of like all the little conflicts that are going on between like all our characters. Not sure how I feel about her, but she is entertaining. So there's that. I just love this series so much. So this is volume 6. Very good volume. Tori, I think this is your next volume. You're going to love it. And then I also continued One Punch Man. We're still covering stuff for the anime. It's still an absolute riot. And it was actually quite nice because like some of the big panels in this are like some moments that I really remember in the show, and they're really, really cool. The only thing with One Punch Man is there is a character in it that I find really entertaining 90% of the time. His name is Pretty Prisoner. Prisoner? I'm not sure how to say it. He is a flamboyantly gay character, and 90% of the time it's fine. 10% of the time it's done in a way that I don't appreciate. So hear me out. It's done like in a way that how to explain this? He's a creep. He's a creep about it. And like I know that part of it might be like a cultural thing, because I know in some places like Japan and Korea it's still a big thing for it to be recognised, but then you also have BL manga and you have other kind of gay characters that aren't portrayed this way. I'm not sure how old this is actually. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's been going for a while. But it made me think that the same thing happened in Full Metal Alchemist in this volume that I read. In this bind-up, there was a character in the background. He was flamboyantly gay, and it was like the other guy characters were like not wanting to be around him, and like he was like, oh, you can stay with me if you want, boys, and they were like, no, it's okay. And it was just something about the way it's done. It's just a bit like it's cool that they've gone as far as to put it in, but I feel like they've gone too far with it. But then 90% of the time I love Prisoner in the show. It's just that every so often they make that comment that makes me cringe, because like you wouldn't do that for like a straight guy or a straight woman. It wouldn't be like, oh, all the girls have got to watch their back around him. I mean, sometimes that is the case in manga though, isn't it? Sometimes. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, because he's gay, that is played upon. And I just wish that that wasn't a thing. I think it's becoming less of a thing. And like I say, I do think this has been going a while. It's just frustrating because like, I did know that going into the manga though, because it was in the anime. So it wasn't a surprise to me, but it's just like, I just wish that wasn't a thing. That is my only gripe. I wish that wasn't a thing. But let's go off from that. And I have now completed my black on the cover and the last red on the cover. So let me sort this pile out and we'll do a quick rundown of everything that we read. Okay, so we started with the prompt building on the cover. We read One Punch Man Volume 2, Promised Neverland Volume 4, and Full Metal Alchemist Volume 7 to 9. I'm not going to give ratings. Well, actually, no, I will give ratings. 5. 5. 5. I get the feeling that's going to be a lot of them, though. Male author was our next prompt, and we read Take Your Aliens Volume 2, 5. One Punch Man Volume 3, 5. KG number 8, Volume 3, 5. I'm sensing a theme. Then we had Gifted. And I read Gangster, Volume 1. It was a 5. And then I read Solo Leveling, Volume 1. It was a 5. Then I had Red on the cover. And I read Chainsaw Man, Volume 2. It was a 5. Undead Unluck, Volume 2, which was a 4. But I think purely because I was trying to remember the first volume. And then Volume 21 of Blue Exorcist, which was a 704 and 5. And then our final prompt was to read books with black on the cover. and I read Spy Family Volume 6, which was a 5. And then One Punch Man Volume 4, which is a 4.5, purely because of the thing with Pro Prisoner. That is it. Okay, so here is everything that I have read during this time. Let's do some, like, vague ranking. So my least favourite read of this vlog was probably Undead Unluck, but purely because I was so busy remembering Volume 1 and I had to do, like, a little bit of Googling to remind myself. My favourite was probably Blue Exorcist because so much happened, but also I would say Tokyo Aliens. That was a really good volume, and Gangster because I thought I was going to love it but not as much as I did, which was exciting, and KG number 8 because that series is fast becoming a favourite, and Chainsaw Man. Well, maybe Solo Leveling, all of the above. What? I read the most of One Punch Man and I really enjoyed it, apart from the issue that I've already raised, and I'm most excited to continue Blue Exorcist because of course I am, and maybe KG number 8 and Chainsaw Man, but Blue Exorcist mainly because oh my gosh. And that's it. I really actually enjoyed doing this. I really had a good time. One, it was great to read so much manga. What did I reach 15? I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, I did. And also, just because I find this really funny, Fullmetal Alchemist, when I was counting from the bottom, was volume 7, 8, and 9. And it was 7, 8, and 9 on my count. So not only did I read 15 volumes of manga, I had such a relaxing weekend. I had so much fun vlogging it. I felt like I actually wanted to be in front of the camera again, which has not been happening for a while. And yeah, it was good. It felt like a little reset. I really enjoyed myself. And side note, my channel just turned 2 years and I forgot. And what's really annoying is if I'd have been on top of my game, I actually had in big red letters on my like filming plans, it was the 2-year anniversary, and I'd made a note of that 2 months in advance, but I hadn't looked at my filming plans since like March, February, because I just wasn't filming anything, so I didn't need to look at it, and so I forgot. So I celebrated it by reading a load of manga. So thank you for all the support you've given the channel over the last 2 years. I know that the last couple of months have been a bit shy, but I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I want to record, I want to do content. How much of it is going to be book content rather than manga content remains to be seen, but we're getting back into it. So that is good. I think the next video you'll see from me might be my TBR unless I film a tag in between. But I've already kind of sort of done my roles and planned my TBR and I'm excited for it, so yay! Is she like prepared? Kind of. Still have to do all the sit down stuff, but she might be back. So I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's definitely helped me kind of get back into that vlogging mindset. I had a really good time with it. If you have any thoughts on any of the books that I've read, or if you want any more recommendations or anything else to do with manga, let me know in the comments below. Or if you just want me to know you're here, that purple heart is always appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed and like to see more bookish content from me, remember to hit that button, leave a like if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!